qui existent aujourd'hui que nous avons appris dans le film Planète Océans. Inspirés par le film, nous étions curieux si des gens à Notre-Dame sont conscients des problèmes des océans.
Alors, on a demandé quelques questions aux étudiants et professeurs sur notre campus pour découvrir le lien entre les océans et les humains.
In Chicago?
The Southeast.
Midwest in Chicago?
Louisiana. The Midwest.
The South, Georgia.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
New York.
West Bend, Wisconsin.
Northern Indiana.
The upper Midwest.
I think obviously of water. I think of like boating.
Beaches and sharks maybe.
Vacation.
I think of large portion of the world. Think of blue, I think of life, I think of coral reefs, colors, biodiversity, things like that.
The beach, vacation.
Florida.
Ocean acidification and stress on fish and on coral reefs.
Blue water.
How the oceans have influenced the economies of different cities.
I guess they're big and they're blue. Think of everything that I'm afraid of. Scary animals.
I think of a vast blue body of water.
I live in the Midwest, so not a lot.
Learned a lot about tidal patterns and wildlife.
Not that much at all.
They take up about 70% of the Earth.
I know a lot about the environmental effects that humans have on the oceans.
Nothing really.
I've learned that that's where humans came from, and that's where fish and sharks live. It's also made of salt as well as water.
So very like ecosystem kind of ocean knowledge. So.
Not a lot, just some of the rocks and animals in them.
Effects of increased carbon dioxide levels.
I have little to no knowledge about the ocean.
I'd say it's more bad than good.
Negative.
Overall, probably negative, because if we weren't here, the oceans wouldn't be polluted.
The destruction of coral reefs and pollution, the amount of plastic in the ocean.
I think we pollute them a lot, and we shouldn't do that.
Well, it is primarily bad. I mean, most human impacts put stress on the environment. With 7 billion people, the evidence is everywhere.
It's probably negative because we pollute it.
I think kind of our negative impact on the ocean can be seen in the destruction of the reefs, particularly, and then in obviously larger instances like the BP oil spill.
And overfishing.
I'm an optimistic person, but in terms of the oceans, I'm rather worried about the future of the oceans and whether life will be able to exist there in 100 or so years.
We want to make sure that they can be used in the future and we protect our natural resources.
To keep it clean and safe for all the animals.
I think we definitely have a responsibility to protect the ocean, but I think we also have a responsibility to preserve the ocean for future generations.
It's our responsibility to protect all the wildlife that lives in the ocean.
I guess we're all stewards of the earth, so as such we should be taking care of the resources that we're using.
We should be very responsible and mindful of our practices.
Well, I think the oceans give us a lot of benefits, so we should go out of our way to make sure that they stay clean.
I guess we have a responsibility to make the world a better place for future generations.
I think we have a huge responsibility to protect the oceans. That is where life began, and it feeds us and provides us with a lot of enjoyment and visual beauty. And I think even though it's not where we physically live, I think we have a huge responsibility to take care of that ecosystem, just because it is such a large part of the planet and has a large influence on the entire world, because it is so big, and the oceans, jet streams, and everything. Places are heated by the waves that go over the ocean. I think we have a responsibility to take care of the planet in general, but especially the oceans.
I think to protect it, we need to not disrupt the lives of the animals that live there.
I think we have a very big responsibility to protect it, but what it is, what we would do, I don't know.
People talk about saving the planet, and we say it's not saving the planet out of the goodness of our hearts. The planet will be here one way or the other, but we as a species would not necessarily be. So we're talking about saving ourselves and saving civilization. I would guess I would rephrase it as a responsibility to ourselves and our descendants, is to take good care of the ocean.